Meanwhile, the Latvian Foreign Minister Krisjanis Karins is currently in India to attend a special ministerial plenary session of the India-Europe Business and Sustainability Conclave. Karins will take part in the opening session of the Raisina Dialogue today, and he will also have a sit-down with his Indian counterpart, Dr. S. Jaishankar. Prior to his packed itinerary, WION's principal diplomatic correspondent Siddhant Sibal sat down with the Latvian minister to talk about the growing proximity between India and its Baltic partners. Listen in.
With me is Latvia's Foreign Minister. Sir, welcome to WION. During your visit, what will be the key focus areas? What will be the conversations here in Delhi?
The main conversation is that countries that have similar values need to work together. The world is becoming more dangerous, more complex. We're seeing war and conflict growing around the world. Latvia, India, European Union in India, we share the same basic values. We're democracies. We believe in the international law, and international law must be upheld. And there are challenges to this. We see Russia fighting in Ukraine, violating an international border. We see the war in the Middle East, a terrible, also humanitarian catastrophe. We see North Korea rattling its nuclear saber. That's a dangerous situation. It's a little unclear also China's intentions towards Taiwan, and also that creates tensions as well. And as these tensions are growing, we need to find a way to diffuse, to bring the temperature back down, and to make sure that the international order halts. India, as the major player in the Indo-Pacific, and the European Union, I think we have a natural need to work together because we share these same basic common values.
Sir, how do you see the situation panning out when it comes to hotspots like the Red Sea, where we have seen increased attacks, and the Israel-Gaza situation?
Yeah, the Israel-Gaza situation, I think it's coming on to a catastrophe on a humanitarian level. And of course the Houthi threats to the Red Sea, it's very important that these peace missions are set up. India is also participating in that to protect shipping. We see that shipping is already down, and that means slowly also growing costs in Europe, maybe also in India. But any disturbance in trade eventually comes into the economy, whether we want it or not. So I think it's very important that the international community continue to work together. One is on protecting shipping in the Red Sea, but the second is also, of course, in speaking with Israel and the Palestinians. From Latvia's side, we're very convinced that the only solution is a two-state solution. There must be a Palestinian country, so the young Palestinians would not be drawn to terrorism, but could be drawn to helping to build a country. And this is an argument that we in Europe, that we're convinced of, and we need to help convince all sides that this is the way to go.
So, how do you see India as a voice of the global south? India last year hosted the G20 summit as well, and we saw the comments here in Delhi with so many foreign ministers coming and talking about that.
I think India, it's very obvious here. India is a growing economy. It's currently the 5th largest in the world. It will soon be the 3rd largest. It will probably continue to grow as well, which is very positive. And as the world's biggest democracy, I think it's very important that it take on this leadership role, also for the global south. And it's the dialogue, also here the Raisina Dialogue, it's aptly named, that we need to speak with one another, and I think India is very well placed to be, in a sense, the hub that can work between. But the connection with Europe is through its values, and this is what we need also to strengthen, because when there's uncertainty in the world, we sort of fall back on the basics, and the basics are: will international law be upheld or not? And if international law is not upheld in one area, then it starts to crumble, and that threatens Europe, it threatens India's development as well.
For all the latest news, download the WION app and subscribe to our YouTube channel.